Now we would discuss another aspect, that is leadership role. And with us, we have got Ms. Susie Kitchens. She is Deputy Director, Global Research and Innovation for Department of Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy of United Kingdom, which is a natural partner of Department of Science and Technology, with whom I am working. Sushi is Deputy Director over there, responsible for global research and innovation. Her team support and enable UK researchers to collaborate globally on science and technology priority. She is on loan from BEIS from the Foreign Office, where she was Deputy High Commissioner in some of the African states, and like Nairobi, Dar es Salaam, and she has also worked in northeastern state of United States. She holds a human science degree in undergraduation and health promotion master, and currently a policy fellow.
So, Susie, we are very grateful that you are here, and we are looking forward to collaborate with you in the future as well. As you know, Tillotoma Foundation also works globally on the areas of international relations, area studies, gender, scientific and strategic policy. So I will not take more time of yours, and you can start with your speech. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's really a lovely pleasure to be with you virtually. I'm sorry it's not in person. And also, I must just apologise if you hear some strange noises. We're having a huge storm here in the UK at the moment, so it's very, very windy outside my window. Anyway, we shall persevere. So I'm delighted to be invited to speak at your conference today on the evolving role of women in science, technology and innovation and science diplomacy, which is something I personally have been involved in for about the last 10 years now. So thank you to the DST team from the Government of India for inviting the UK to speak at this event, and to the Tillotoma Foundation for delivering this event. Science, innovation and research are constantly and rapidly evolving, contributing to accelerating the global economic growth rate, pushing the frontiers of human knowledge and contributing to global challenges. And to sustain this growth rate, we absolutely need the world's talent engaged and enabled. And fundamental to this, of course, we need to address the significant gender gap at all levels of STEM disciplines. And this is genuinely a global challenge. And sadly, we are not on track to achieving global parity in gender. According to the World Economic Forum, the global gender gap will now take an extra 36 years to close from when we first started this effort. And what does this look like in real life? Well, UNESCO tell us that women make up only a third of researchers, and this is patchy. So in some countries, there is a better statistic, but in others, far worse. Women are still underrepresented in fields that are significant to what we term the jobs of the future, such as in computing, engineering, digital information, maths and physics. And female workers account for only about 22% of professionals working in artificial intelligence worldwide, which we surely have to rectify. And in the business world, less than 1 in 4 researchers are women. And when women start up their own businesses, we know from the statistics that they struggle to access finance. In 2019, only 2% of venture capital was directed towards startups founded by women. So what can we do about this? So I'd like to share with you some of what we're doing in the UK and look forward to hearing from others about your experiences and efforts. So we're working to get more women into science, tech, engineering and maths subjects. Liz Truss, who is our Foreign Secretary and also the Equalities Minister for the UK, has formed 2 task forces to examine really concrete measures around how we're going to get more women into STEM. One of the objectives will be to examine whether to introduce targets in order to increase the percentage of women in STEM jobs, and if so, what those specific targets should be. Now, we know that the issue of targeting in order to increase inclusivity is quite contentious, and I'm sure others will have views on that, but it's something that we aim to try through this task force. We're also working to then retain all diverse talent within our R&D ecosystem once we've attracted more women and other diverse groups in. Last summer, the UK published its R&D People and Culture Strategy, headed by our then UK Science Minister, Amanda Soloway. And this strategy was based on the premise that our science and technology researcher pipeline is too leaky. People are coming out at all levels at a faster rate than is acceptable given the need to retain talent in these important areas. So we need to identify and then plug those gaps in those leaks in the pipe, and through more diverse recruitment, more inclusive and family-friendly policies, a more creative system of recognition, and a less hostile system of career progression, we hope to redress that balance. We're also using our science diplomacy efforts, and notably with partners in India, to promote strong role models. I love the adage that if I can see it, I can be it. And one example that stands out for me is Dame Sally Davies. She is the UK Special Envoy on Antimicrobial Resistance and has been for a number of years now a leading voice on AMR diplomacy. And she has spoken out really proactively about collaborating with India on AMR. And let me just note some other UK-India partnership initiatives too. So we have the UK-India 2030 roadmap. This was agreed last year by our respective Prime Ministers, and it includes a focus on creating more opportunities for young people and women to propel the fourth industrial revolution. And understanding the impact and opportunities of this shift and these technologies on people's lives and culture is an important element of that roadmap. We also, under the UK-India Newton Bhabha Fund, have promoted Women in Science workshops. Through this, we're helping to develop a workforce of women to take on emerging roles in science and enterprise, and to raise awareness of the many varied, exciting and really rewarding career options that there are in STEM. The workshops have provided access to training and professional development in science administration and management, in science journalism, and in science policy, and I'm delighted that this has now been of benefit to over 300 women scientists. Then we have UKERI, the UK-India Education and Research Initiative, which supports research and innovation partnerships between Indian and UK students. And through that programme, we have almost reached gender parity. Since 1983, we've been running the UK-India Achieving Programme, which through its higher education scholarships has provided inspiration and support to about 200 young female scientists and innovators working in a wide range of fields stretching from renewables to health tech and everything in between. We have the Pledge for Progress campaign, which was launched in November 2020. This is an initiative driven by my fantastic colleagues at the British High Commission in India to build a gender equal society by working with over 120 partners across government, industry, NGOs, academia and research institutions, seeking to form a joint commitment to empower individuals and organisations. After that, the UK and India have been working together to improve gender diversity in STEM engagement. And one excellent example of this has been setting up the Indian GATI, Gender Advancement for Transforming Institutions project with DST, along the lines of the UK's Athena Swan Charter, in order to introduce a gender equality framework in higher education, science and technology institutions in India. So then I was just closing by saying congratulations to Government of India colleagues on the excellent policy paper recently published on science, tech and innovation, which is backed up by concrete actions to build a strong and inclusive culture. We, my colleagues at the High Commission and us here at headquarters in the UK, we welcome and really admire India's commitment to the Sustainable Development Goals, including encouraging women in STEM. The UK remains committed to continuing partnering with India and of course with other partners across the globe in this journey to promote women in science. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie, for highlighting why translation of scientific result is important and how it could be achieved. And also thanking you for showcasing the entire panorama of the scientific cooperation which we are having through various agencies, be it Chevening, be it UKRI, be it with UKRI and other agency. Of course, two of us would be meeting very often because DST and BIS are the partners. So thank you very much, and I have noted your acknowledgement of the new science, technology and innovation policy, which is still being considered by the cabinet, but hopefully it should be approved soon, and we should be adopting it with full hopes in this year, sometime in this year. So thank you very much for your comments.